Holidays with friends or family are precious times, so it's understandable that people want to stay well and healthy while they're away. Well, this is a top priority for holiday provider Bourne Leisure, who own Butlins, Haven and Warner Leisure. Bourne Leisure is RSPH accredited for its prevention and control of Norovirus training programme. We sent Jonathan Gibson to Thoresby Hall Hotel in Nottinghamshire to find out if it's winning the battle against the bugs.
At Warner Leisure's Thoresby Hall Hotel, making sure guests enjoy their stay is everyone's priority.
We have three brands. We have the Haven brand, we have the Butlins brand and Warner Leisure Hotels. Over 4 million people will holiday at one of the three brands that I mentioned at some time during the year. It stands to reason that we're going to have issues. So we have a really robust policy around how we deal with norovirus outbreaks within the business.
Past experience has taught Bourne Leisure it has to take norovirus seriously. If an outbreak gets out of control, it can force venues to close completely.
The most important thing if you have a suspected norovirus outbreak is to take immediate action. Where you've got lots of people in the same environment, you've always got a potential issue with norovirus spreading. It's extremely contagious. Training and planning is absolutely critical. The people who are going to be cleaning up need to know exactly what to do, where to go to get the things that they need for cleaning up, and more importantly, how to prevent the spread from themselves to other people.
That starts with induction training for every new member of Bourne Leisure staff.
So this is pretend bacteria and viruses, if you like.
Most people know what norovirus is, but they need to know how to stop it spreading. This UV-sensitive gel is used to drive home the importance of effective hand washing.
So often what happens is people don't bother using soap, or they don't bother really doing very much. So just a quick flick, and they think, well, that'll do.
Under UV light, I'm in for a shock.
So what this is demonstrating is that if you don't actually wash your hands really well, then you could still have viruses and bacteria on your hands even after washing.
A good wash later.
You need to put your nails into the palm of your hands. Then you need to go between your fingers.
I try again.
Much better.
Much better. Yeah, you've still got a little bit here. So if that were norovirus on your hands, that means you'd be able to spread it around the hotel onto surfaces which could be picked up by other guests.
Getting that message across to staff is what the Outbreak game is all about.
OK, so we'll give one set of rules to you guys.
It was developed by Bourne Leisure in-house to keep norovirus on everyone's radar.
When team come to do the refresher training, they'll sit down and play the card game, which has a number of potential norovirus scenarios, and they have to pitch them into green, amber or red, which are our stages of norovirus action plans.
Vigilance is key to preventing infection, so even before an outbreak occurs, preventative steps are put in place, what's called the green response. That means guests are always encouraged to sanitise hands, and workers are reminded to keep a note when guests buy certain medications.
A lot of our team may not have heard of it before, so it raises awareness about what it is and what to do.
If an outbreak occurs and starts to spread, the site may move to Amber Alert. Menus and other items will be removed from display to reduce the risk of cross-infection. Managers are also kept in the loop, not just on site, but across the group.
And at that point, we can contact the site and say, have you got everything you need in terms of equipment? Do you need any support? And at the same time, we'll send communication out to all our other sites saying, such and such a site might have a problem, do not travel to it. And similarly, people will not travel from that site to any other sites in our business.
The aim is to try to contain the outbreak so it doesn't become a red alert. By this stage, every infected room has to be individually deep cleaned. It's a time-consuming and costly process, which in the worst case can close a hotel completely. And what's the reality of having to kind of deal with an outbreak?
It's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of communication that has to go into place with going from team members through to management, daily meetings, that sort of thing. There's a lot of work to it to keep it under control.
And that's what's so good about the Bourne Leisure system, is that they're ready, they're poised for action, so that they can tackle any problems straight away rather than waiting for it to get told.
A proactive approach to infection control, protecting both guests and the business.